Hi guys, Betsy here with Unique Paper 15. Thanks for stopping by today. I wanted to color one of my new penny black stamps. It's the New York skyline, and I wanted to do some spot coloring. I went ahead and I stamped it out twice on some Canson paper, just simple with Memento black ink, and I went ahead and I got a red piece of paper and a black piece of paper. It's a little more red than it's picking up on camera. So I'm choosing what I want to spot color. Should I do the trees, the door, the cab, etc.? So I'm starting with the trees. Actually, I'm going to start with the Statue of Liberty. So I'm going to pick what I think is going to be that teal kind of patina look. And I want to make it look almost old or worn out, the best I can. And you'll see what I end up doing with the Statue of Liberty at the end of the video. So I'm just taking a mix of colors, my Touch 5, my COPICs, and my PRISMACOLORs, and I'm blending her as much as I can. And then I want to do her skin gray for the steel because she's, a big iron statue. So that's what I'm doing here. Very small area to color, so very simple. Trying to make as much shadow as possible. Now I'm going to take this gold marker I have and color the whole torch that she holds. I don't know if you can see, but it's very shiny. Now I'm going to color the flame. Just 2 types of yellows, just to make somewhat of a little shadow there. And I think she's good. I color her crown, and then I come in and I give a little bit of shade where the crown meets the face. And that's what I'm doing right there. And now I want to finish the rest of the little color pieces. So I'm choosing what I want to do, but first I'm going to finish off the crown with a little bit of gold. This is another little gold marker I got from the Dollar Tree. It works great. You see, it just gives some gold kind of accent on that crown. And now is when I want to pick some additional pieces to color. But I keep going back to this Statue of Liberty. Here we go. So now I decide I want to do the cab. And I want to give it that dirty yellow kind of New York cab look. So I take a couple yellows and I just make it look dirtier towards the bottom and the wheels, and the top portion a little brighter. And I'm going to give it that bright cab sign kind of look. I want to color the windows like a light gray, the tires, and I want to give a little bit of shadow underneath. Very simple. I'm just literally using 1 to 2 markers because we're working with small spaces. Now I decide I want to do this door. I want to do a door, and I want to do it red. And I have this great color combo from my Spectrum Noir markers. So I go light to dark, and then I go dark to light, which they always teach you. And I know it's a very small space, but look at that. I love the combo that gives you. It's a beautiful, just red pop. So now I want to work on the trees. I'm going to use my darkest green first, which I know is odd. We're supposed to go light to dark, but again, I'm working in very small spaces. Now I'm going to just trace basically what I did with each marker going lighter, and I'm just going towards the other tree. I'm not trying to get a lot of blend out of this. I want it to almost look like that rough color illustration. Now I'm just making sure they all have enough bright green in there, and I hid those little baby topiaries next to the red door. See? I like it. It looks like a rough illustration. Now I'm checking to see if I should color anything else, because this is just a spot color card. I decided I want to do her shopping bag in like a Tiffany blue kind of color. So I just use these 2 teal shades, one darker, one lighter, and I decided to do the tip to tip technique. It's so little that you have to be very careful not to oversaturate your lighter marker. So I'm getting a really nice mix of these 2 just to create a little bit of shadow. Then I discover I have extra left over, so I want to get that off the tip of the marker. So I go over the Statue of Liberty again and the headlight on the cab. Now you can see the bag. It looks kind of cute, right? So again, it's black and white with some spot coloring. I decided I have to do something with the valance over that door. Just can't leave it so bare. So I come in with just a warm gray one and put some lines and leave it. Now I decide it's time to make a card, and I want to give it dimension of some kind. So I'm deciding which image that I colored should I pop up. And so I'm looking at all of them and I say it's obvious. I should probably decide to go with the Statue of Liberty because it's New York, and what's more New York than the Statue of Liberty? So again, I have to bust out the teals and the grays and recolor the Statue of Liberty. But it just takes me a second. I mean, it's such a small piece. But of course, I have to do the grays and the teals and the gold and the yellow. But you see, it'll just take me 1 second. And then we're going to go ahead and fussy cut her out. Okay, so I've gone ahead and colored her up, making sure she looks somewhat similar, and she does. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut her out very carefully because I'm still going to use additional pieces from that stamped piece for future pop-up cards. So I'm very carefully going around her headpiece and the torch and her arm because it's, you know, a very delicate little piece when you really get down to cutting it out. And almost done. Okay, she's about all cut out now. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my new COPIC multi-liners, and I just want to define, I'm taking a very small one here, 0.03, and I'm just cleaning up the edges so that there's no white paper left because this will be the one closest to us, the one I'm popping up. So again, I'm just tracing her crown and maybe some of the shirt pieces. There, she looks great. Now I want to get some foam tape and my adhesive scissors for my stickers, and I'm gonna pop her up twice. So I just cut one piece and I stack it on top of each other, and then I need to do the same for her arm and the torch. So I have to make it very, very thin so that you can't see it from the front, obviously. So I pull those off and I just line it up the best I can, and I go ahead and I press her down. I really like the way that ended up looking. It's like she's just coming through the skyline. I thought that was so neat. And it's so New York, right? I'm just showing you here, you can see the dimension. I really like the way she looks over the skyline there. So now it's time to actually make the card. So I decide, do I want it on red because of that red door, or do I want it on black? I decide, let's just go with black. This was meant to be a black and white card, so let me just stick with the black and white. So I go ahead and I cut out just a very thin piece to frame the actual stamp piece. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the card. So I grab a piece of paper and I go to my scoreboard, and I'm just going to make it exactly that size. I don't want to have a white border around the card. So now I trim off the excess, and I always like to make sure my sheets are smooth, no frays hanging off. So now I'm just going to take my ATG gun and my 3M foam tape, and first I want to pop the card off of the black background piece. So very simple. This really was a quick and easy card. If you guys are interested in getting this stamp, it has endless possibilities that you can make. I thought it was just so easy and cute, and everybody knows somebody from New York. I could give them this card easily. So I lay that on, make sure it sticks nice, fold it over, and that's it. Now I want to just give it a few last details. So I'm going to grab my Spectrum Noir sparkle markers. And I'm just going to add a little bit of sparkle to the torch and the New York. So just some last final touches, and you see, it came out really cute. I like the little pops of color. You see how bright it is against the black and white there? I really did have fun with this stamp. I really hope you guys liked the card, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, maybe leave a comment down below, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and definitely come back for more. Just one last look at the card here, the dimension, and how it came out. Alright guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.